Hi there and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually going to be my first post on this channel that you'll see. I've actually already recorded this video, but the audio didn't work and it was out of whack, so I'm going to give this another shot. Let's go. So today we're going to be talking about the 5 keystone habits that you can start implementing into your life right now that are going to increase your productivity by monstrous amounts. So before we get started into the 5 keystone habits, I want to explain to you what a keystone habit is. So a keystone habit is actually a habit that you will form and build over time that will then have a domino effect onto other smaller habits in your life. So now let's get into the 5 keystone habits. So pretty much for the template of this video, we're going to go over 2 or 3 benefits for each habit, and then we're going to go into ways that you can actually get started in each habit. So number 1 is exercise. So the 3 main benefits for exercise is number 1, you're going to increase your confidence no matter what. Number 2 is you're going to feel accomplished after you do something, even if you had a terrible day, feeling unproductive throughout the day. If you do a piece of exercise, just a simple 10-minute walk will do, you're going to feel so much better afterwards. And finally, the 3rd benefit of doing exercise on a daily basis is it's going to increase your mood. It's going to release those endorphins that make you feel good, and that's pretty much our happy hormone that is released when you do exercise. Alright, so now some ways you can get started with exercise and building that habit. Alright, so number 1 is just doing some simple cardio, whether that be walking, jogging, riding, swimming, whatever you want to do. It's just going to be super simple, easy way to get started. Depending on what your fitness level is when you do get started, it's going to depend on how long and what type of exercise you're going to do. So I'll leave that up to you to decide. Number 2 is playing a sport. It's fantastic to do it with friends. They can help motivate you to keep going and exercise throughout the week when you play the sport. It can also be when you choose a sport to play, you'll need to train to get better at it, and that can also be a motivating factor for you to want to exercise. And finally, number 3, I want to give you a tip to just get started with exercise. I don't want you to do it too hard too soon. I want you to gradually build your way up. Instead of going for a 5-kilometer run straight up off the bat, just go for 800 meters to a kilometer run first of all, and then you can build your way up to that 5-kilometer mark. Habit number 2 is going to be reading. Now, reading has a lot of benefits, but here are 3 main ones that I wanted to include. Number 1, you're going to build more knowledge and boost your brain power pretty much. If you're reading non-fiction books about a topic that you really enjoy learning about, you're going to increase your knowledge around that topic. Number 2 is going to be, it's a healthy form of entertainment. Instead of watching Netflix or scrolling on social media, you're going to be consuming content in a healthier format than if you were to watch TV or YouTube. And number 3, it's going to boost your concentration and your memory. It's going to keep you focused for the duration of when you read, and then it's also going to expand your vocabulary because you are constantly coming across new words that you otherwise wouldn't have seen if you didn't read. Alright, so now here are 2 books that I would recommend you get started with reading. Number 1 is Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. It's an amazing book, I've read it myself. It's about how this overweight guy wants to be a Navy SEAL, and pretty much his whole journey to becoming that Navy SEAL, and he is actually now known as the toughest man on earth. So I highly recommend that book. And the next one, I haven't actually read this book, but I've heard great things about it. It's called Atomic Habits by James Clear. And if you're looking to build better habits and stick to them for longer, I really recommend that you read that book. Alright, keystone habit number 3 is going to be cutting down your screen time. So the first benefit of cutting down your screen time is going to improve your mental health. It's going to stop you from comparing yourself to others on social media, because people on social media only post the highlights of their life, and we're constantly comparing ourselves to others and their highlights to our lowlights. So it's a completely off balance scale, and cutting down your screen time will help fix that. Benefit number 2 is going to be, it's going to improve your quality of sleep. It's going to allow you to get more sleep and better quality of it because you're not seeing that bright light right before bed or in the morning. So if you cut that down and only use your phone or the TV during the day, it's going to help you a lot more improve your sleep. And finally, it's going to help you improve your posture and make you look more confident when you're walking around. It's going to help you have your chest up, shoulders back, and back straight like this, instead of slouched over in an uncomfortable position, because we're constantly looking at our phones like this. So 2 simple ways to get started with cutting down your screen time. Number 1, it's easy as all you have to do is go into your settings and set a screen time limit on your phone. Say 1 to 2 hours a day is perfectly fine. Just do that and stick to it. Just stick to it and don't break the habit. Try it and it'll change your life. And benefit number 2 of cutting down your screen time is going to be doing all the major tasks that you want to get done throughout the day first before you have your screen time. So say you want to go for a run, read for an hour, and then do an hour of work. I would say do those 3 things first and then have your screen time, because you've already completed all the tasks that you need to get done for the day. Alright, keystone habit number 4 is going to be getting enough sleep. Now, sleep is important for all aspects of life. It pretty much recharges your batteries overnight and helps heal you. So here are 3 benefits of why you should get more sleep. Alright, number 1, it's going to help you stay away from sickness and illnesses a lot more, because when you sleep, you're actually healing yourself. You're healing all the muscles and the brain and everything that you've used in the previous day. Number 2, it's going to help you think clearer and improve your mood, because you're going to be more well rested. It's going to make you have more energy for the next day. Number 3, it's going to make you have a less stressful life. It's going to completely cut down most of your stress, because you're going to be feeling a lot better throughout the day. Alright, so here are 3 ways to get started with getting more sleep. Number 1 is don't use your screens 1 hour before bed. And I recommend that you set a routine up so that you go to bed and wake up in around the same time every single night, so that your circadian rhythm has a chance to function properly, and then it knows when you're going to bed and when you're waking up. And finally, I would recommend that you read for 20 to 30 minutes before bed. And I mentioned in the previous habit that reading was important, and this is a super simple way that you can get started with reading just before bedtime. It's going to help you fall asleep and get better quality sleep as well. Alright, keystone habit number 5 is going to be practicing good hygiene. Now, here are 2 benefits of practicing good hygiene. Number 1 is you're going to stay away from sickness and illnesses a lot more, because you're going to be clean, you're going to be fresh, all of that good stuff. And the second habit is pretty much similar, but it's going to help you stay clean and refreshed throughout the day. Instead of feeling all sweaty and disgusting even before bed, I would recommend having a shower. So some simple ways to get started with this would be 1, having a shower either in the morning or at night, or even both. Using soap to wash your hair, wash your face, wash your hands constantly throughout the day. Especially with your face, try to wash it at least twice a day, preferably with lukewarm to cold water, because this is going to help your skin. And the final way to get started would actually be having a skincare routine. Now, this is optional, but it is going to help your skin look a lot better. Alright, so just picking one of these habits is going to dramatically increase the quality of your life and help you improve your productivity and your self-esteem and your confidence. All of that, if you just start with one of these habits. I only recommend starting with 1 and gradually building up to the 5 habits that I mentioned previously. Because if you start with all 5, you're going to overload yourself and it's not going to be good. You're going to burn out very, very quickly. I just recommend starting with 1 habit and then building up to the 5 habits. So pretty much just build the habit first and then worry about the progress later. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click here to watch my latest video, and a sub to the channel would be amazing. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. See ya.